Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. NFL Week 10 upsets to bet. We're ready for some long shots. And first thing, I need a haircut. So that's why I'm wearing the NFL hat. Secondly, I'm excited about this list, especially the first one. We got a plus 230, a plus 575, and I have another suggestion at the end. First game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle Seahawks. Cardinals are plus 6.5. And it's like this every week. And you remember that Friday update video I did last week where I said the Seahawks will win and cover against the Commanders? Every single Tuesday, I'm apprehensive to take the Seahawks. I don't know why. By the time Thursday, Friday rolls around, I change my opinion. But this game, I am changing my pick again, and I have a good long shot for you guys. Hawks -6, Hawks -6.5, under 16.5 team total points for the Arizona Cardinals, plus 230. Now let's go through it. We have a Cardinals offense that is playing a lot better since Jacoby Brissett has been at the helm. Firstly, I feel like the philosophy has changed. They're using heavier sets. They're getting in single back. They're running the ball better. They're doing the basic things like play action. And Jacoby allows them to play on schedule. And you're seeing McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr. just play a lot better because everything's in flow. Everything is in symbiosis. And I love Kyler Murray, but we know he plays off schedule. And it becomes a blinded mess at a certain point. But the reason why I think the Seahawks win and maybe even dominate this game is because the Seattle defense is just nasty. Like, I have my qualms about the secondary, but in order to test the secondary, you have to be able to win up front. You have to be able to deal and contend with the Seattle defensive line that has been coming at teams in waves. And I'm just not sure the Cardinals can do it for a full 4 quarters. I also think this is a tough spot for the Cardinals. I don't like talking about the spot, but an emotional win on the road to the Cowboys on Monday Night Football, and then you come right back on a mini short week going to Seattle, and everyone wants to build Seattle up as some road warriors, but we know it's easier to play at home, and we know this is a very nice, comfy spot for the Seattle Seahawks and Sammy D. So I think the Hawks are going to get enough offense going. And the Cardinals defense has been playing valiantly the last 3 weeks. And we're seeing energy. We're seeing more pressure on the passer. But I just think the Seahawks run the ball here. And I think that limits Jonathan Gannon's blitz game. So I think the Hawks can cover this 6.5, whatever you get it at. And I also think this Hawks defensive line controls the tempo and pace of this game. So give me the Hawks -6.5. Cardinals under 16.5 points for the plus 230. Next game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Green Bay Packers. Eagles are +2, +2.5, depending on your book. And guys, I think the Eagles win this game. But it's not my favorite lead. It's the slightest of leans. But I'm going to go with a plus 575 here, and I'll explain my rationale. I got the Eagles money line. Hurts under 190.5 passing yards. Saquon 100 rush yards milestone for the plus 575. And I'm looking at both of these teams, and one word I would use to describe both of these teams is inconsistent. The second word I would use to describe both of these teams is extremely talented. And this is a Packers team. A lot of people have been making excuses for them. Like, they play down the opposition. They don't take bad teams seriously. But there is a formula. There is a system you can use to limit this Packers team, especially limit the defense. And I think I think the Eagles have the formula to do it. So that's one reason why I'm going Hurts under 190.5 passing yards. The formula that I believe in when you're playing the Packers is you have to run it a lot. The Packers secondary has surprised me this year, but also one reason why you want to run it and keep the ball on the ground is due to Micah Parsons and the havoc he creates and the easy matchup he creates for the rest of his defensive line partners. So I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Saquon Barkley, and these last two games before the bye week, we've seen him get rolling and we've seen him catch rhythm. And I can't say I love this Eagles offensive line in terms of pass blocking. It's been a little bit of a down year for them overall, but it really does feel like they've gotten the run blocking figured out, and we're seeing Saquon Barkley get more space. And if the man gets space, he can break a big play and he can do what he needs to do for the Philadelphia Eagles to win. And one thing when you talk about the Eagles, one thing when you talk about the Green Bay Packers, these games are fucking ugly, man. And if you give me an ugly game, I trust the Eagles to eke it out and just make it ugly, even though it's in Lambeau Field. It's not a great spot. Like I said, it's the slightest lean for the Eagles. So if you want to attack this game, which I know my D-Gens will, it's on Monday night. They're begging you to bet it. Get the plus 575 and play the tails on this instead of just taking a minus 120 where it could come down to a coin flip or a bad call. Also, last thing I want to say about the Packers, I'm extremely concerned about the Tucker Kraft injury. You've heard me rant already about the Packers wide receiving core, and it's not me just making excuses for Jordan Love. But outside of Tucker Kraft, I'm sick of everyone pretending like these Packers options help Jordan Love and are consistent options you can count in and week out. So without Tucker Kraft, I think Jordan Love could struggle this game, even though it's been a little bit of a down year for the Eagles. I think Fangio figures it out, and I think the Eagles figure it out. Give me the Eagles plus 575. Last game, and this is me giving you guys an alternative to my pick. We got the New England Patriots at the Tampa Bay Bucks. Pats are plus 2.5. And I think the Bucks are going to win this game. But I think this is a really clear bet. And only do this if you think I'm wrong about the Bucks, which the injury report really isn't crumbling their way. I thought we would have at least Bucky Irving. I didn't think we'd get Godwin this week, but the injury report, the cookies just isn't breaking that way. So it looks like the Bucks are going to be without both. So obviously the Bucks are vulnerable coming into this game, and we all know Todd Bowles' record after the bye week. So I'm going to do something that I think I can explain well. If you think I'm wrong about the Bucks this week, I would go Pat's money line and the over 48 at plus 320. I'm going to tell you what, man. This Patriots defense is phenomenal at stopping the run, but I don't trust this Patriots secondary. So I think the Buccaneers can get to at least 24 points. And if they're able to get to 24 points, we know for the Patriots to win, they're going to have to get 25, and that's going to push it towards over. And one thing we can say about this Patriots offense, even though Drake May doesn't have the help he should, he's making explosive plays. No one's making more explosive plays than him. So I think for the Patriots to win this game, they're going to need to be in a shootout. They're going to need to outscore the Buccaneers offense. I'm not saying, the winner of the game outscores the other team, but you know what I'm saying. We're going to need to see this Patriots offense creating the explosive plays that, unfortunately, this Todd Bowles secondary has been susceptible to. So if you like the Patriots in this game, I think Pat's money line with the over 48 for the plus 320 plus, I think it's actually plus 260, excuse me. I think that's a great option. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. The best gambling show on the internet. Make sure you hit the like button. The home of the money pick. Over-unders will be up as well.